What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister Davina.
What's up?
And our friend Dan.
What's going on?
And today we're talking about the clear and present danger. I know it's not the, but I wanted to say it like it was, like I was talking about an actual clear.
That's cool.
Present danger. Yeah.
I just say like every time there's a movie that actually has "the" in front of it,
Yeah.
you choose to forget that it's there.
Oh, and then I added it to this one.
Yep.
Also, it kind of ruined it because I had to explain it right afterwards.
Is it more impactful to say the or the?
Like I said,
The,
depends.
because people don't say the all the time, so you
They
know,
do not.
it adds emphasis.
It's like it's two E's. THEE. The.
That is true.
Yes, I think that means something different though.
It does.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so yes, Clear and Present Danger, starring Harrison Ford and Willem Dafoe and
James
Earl Jones and others.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people in this movie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is the sequel to Patriot Games.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if we should have watched the Patriot Games.
It came up as suggested. It was suggested.
It did.
I didn't realize until after I watched the movie, and then Patriot Games came up suggested, and I was like, "Oh,
Right.
This is a sequel to Patriot."
I was flipping through because so the movie we were originally going to watch disappeared on us.
Mm.
So it was like, you might like this movie, and I was like, I probably won't. But it just kept coming in my face. I'm like, all right, we're gonna watch it.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh wait, this is definitely like the middle of a franchise.
No.
Okay, well, precursor. Did you like the movie?
I thought it was okay. It was
All
a
right.
little boring. Like honestly, I feel like if this movie was made after 2000, it'd probably been really good.
Yeah, I feel like this was real boring. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
I actually paused the movie and did something else in the middle of
Yeah. Like I think this movie should have been like a mixture of Argo and 13 Hours. But we didn't get enough suspense for the Argo side and didn't get nearly enough action for the 13-hour side.
It was real slow for the first like hour and 40 minutes.
It improved like 45 minutes left ago. I thought it got better.
I think it like once. Oh boy, I forgot his name with the accent. Once he met with old boy, was like, hey, look, I can do this for you. I can
Cortez.
Yeah, Cortez.
Once he did that, it was like, okay, now it's starting to pick up a little.
I agree.
But it took to that point.
I agree. Yeah, like the first half of the movie was a real
Snoozer.
definitely.
All right. So letting people know what this is about. This is Jack Ryan, which I was surprised because I was like, man, I thought Jack Ryan did way more kind of action-y stuff.
Yeah.
No, why would you think that?
Because
because everything that I see about Jack Ryan is him like being this super awesome agent, like
they got one out now.
like
you mean
Bourne.
the TV show on Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Super inaccurate.
Oh.
Yeah, he's an analyst.
Why is there a story about an analyst?
It started off like that.
That's why this movie's boring. It's like the real life of the CIA. This is what we really do. Boring stuff.
Yeah, he's an analyst, and then like occasionally he gets thrown into like things where it's like, okay, he had to go to Colombia and save those people. We'll get to that. But so it's like occasionally he gets thrown into things where he's like the action setting, but that's not what he does every day. So the series on Amazon where he's like always in the thick of it, no.
He fronting, huh?
He is.
Okay. All right.
For sure.
So speaking of which, Jack Ryan, the CIA analyst, goodness gracious. So the point of the movie, people were killed by a Colombian drug cartel in the beginning of the movie.
Show that.
Yeah, it started off with that.
Yeah,
actually,
it kind of just
like think about it. They seized the boat.
Mm-hmm.
The guy says, you guys should come. They don't even show us. We don't find out what happens on the boat until we're watching the video while the president.
Yeah, I was a bit confused because I thought it was just like it was a cartel boat. I didn't know they like jumped on somebody's yacht and killed the family and threw them off.
Like, didn't you think? I thought it was like a drug boat or something.
Yeah,
that's what I figured.
Yeah, and we don't find out until they're rewatching the video of the Coast Guard investigation. Like, we should have seen whatever happened to that family. They should have showed that. Yeah,
or at least showed us the Coast Guard finding it. Not off screen like, oh my God, you're gonna want to see this. Like them walking in and going, oh my, you know. Also, if you're killing someone on a boat, just throw them off.
Didn't they?
Yeah, after they
killed them,
made everything bloody.
Oh, I got you. You're saying
to kill them,
like
just
they'll
throw them
die
off
in the water.
Darren, we're talking about the cartel. I mean,
oh yeah, they gotta make it bloody.
You gotta make a statement.
You can't be smart though.
Well, isn't that what Cortez
Cortez. It's personalized now. It's the Cortez.
But isn't that what he told Escobedo?
Yeah.
Escobedo.
Escobedo.
Yeah.
He did tell him that. Yeah. Like right at the beginning, you know. One, let's get to the point. These people happen to be friends of the president of the United States. Mm-hmm. Bad idea, cartel.
Yeah, or, I mean, you know, maybe you don't think the president of the United States is going to start a secret war because you murdered his friend. It's a little extreme.
It is. But also, I feel like cartels for real are like, hey, let's not try and get the U.S. government involved in our stuff, you know?
I would agree.
And by doing something close to the highest person in the country, you're just asking for, even if they didn't start like a silent war, you're asking for them to step in now. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Which is a shame, because I was thinking when this whole thing kicked off, I'm like, oh, so now we're going to do something because your friend died. Because like in a little meeting with the president, the one guy's like, yeah, this stuff happens all the time. And then the president's like, yeah, but it didn't happen to a friend of mine. So I'm like, so now the government's going to act because it was a friend of yours.
But isn't that how it works, though? It's only a problem until it affects them.
Right? Yeah, big time. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, that's the statement I had in mind, too, when I was watching. It's like, it's only a problem, and it's not a problem until it affects you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, now there's a war on drugs. And then, by the way, you know, his friend was a drug dealer, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, it turns out they got killed because, maybe he did something just like, I forgot. Escobedo was mad at him for something.
I think he was skimming money. Because he was supposed to be washing the cartel's money, but he ended up with like $650 million. That's a ton of money in 94.
That is a huge
that's a lot of money. Yeah. That's why the president was so animate, like, yeah, this is our money. Our money. Our money.
Right.
We ain't sharing it with nobody.
Right. I'm like, okay. This president was real low down.
Big time.
The president was, yeah. So, I don't know why people do this. For one, don't get involved with cartels or mobs or anything. Just don't do it.
Well, the greed is what leads them. Once they realize how much money we can make, I'm like, hey, let's just make this money. They don't look at the big picture, though.
But then you do that, and then you steal from them. Like, now you're just really asking for it. I mean, I feel like once you join, you probably signed your death sentence from some way or form. I don't know.
Well, can you think of a time when greed had a limit?
Right.
Yeah.
Greed has no limit.
I think that was pretty evident in this movie. Just everything that they were doing, I was just like, at some point, you have to stop.
Yeah, at some point, you have to stop.
$1.3 billion.
Ooh.
You know, that's a lot of money to steal from somebody.
Billion. Oh my goodness.
That's retirement money.
I still wouldn't do it.
I was like, I don't know. I might risk the cartel for $1.3 billion.
No. All I gotta do is do something. Well, one, it's not like you can just leave, right?
Right.
Yeah, you can't just pull out.
That's true.
Right, and then it's like I do something wrong. I stepped the wrong way, and then it's like I'm gonna kill this fool. You know, like I'm not trying to do that.
And you're in business with people that are not, you know. These not remarkable people. Like this, it's all about money. Money leads them to go left or to go right. So no matter what, you have a problem if you're in business with these people. Period.
Yeah. So I would not choose to do it. But anyhow, so his friend, was in business with the cartel, which is why he died. Mm-hmm. So that sets this whole movie off. So it turns out, like, you know, Jack Ryan, we mentioned he was an analyst, right? He's just supposed to be figuring out, like, you know, the details of the connections and, like, finding out who it is. Like we said, they wanted to seize the assets, the $650 million, right? Mm-hmm. So you got to make the connection. You know, who was he dealing with exactly so they can actually make this case, right? Mm-hmm. That's what Jack Ryan was supposed to be doing. But the president's got his side peoples. who's out there like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna go out there and basically wage a war against the cartel.
A secret war, which is illegal.
Yes,
supposed to be illegal.
And the CIA definitely has never done this in real life. Definitely never. Not.
Ever.
This is definitely fully fiction and never gone into another country waging secret war.
Right, yeah. This definitely felt like, hey, you guys, you want to know what the government really does?
Right.
Oh, you know what? To backtrack about the money, because I was thinking about it. I don't think he stole all that money, but right?
He had it.
You don't think who stole all that money?
The guy that died.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had all the money because he was washing it, but he still had it, and I guess they couldn't get to it. Because, but why?
It wasn't on the boat, I don't think.
But why did they murder him?
They never said why he murdered him. He did something wrong. Or maybe they mentioned it in the beginning when Cortez was talking to Escobedo.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
Okay. Maybe I have to go back and figure that out. Because it wasn't all about the money.
Yeah, it wasn't all about the money. Because even Escobedo is his name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Even he had said, he was like, okay, maybe that didn't send as big of a message as you thought that it would.
Right.
So I think there was some kind of
something was happening.
Other thing going on.
Yeah.
It's like an intimidation thing.
And then, yeah, you're right. So Cortez was kind of on Escobedo at that point. Like, you know, I get, he said he slighted him somehow.
Yeah.
And he's like, I get that, but when it's the president's friend, you know, maybe you don't do that.
Right.
Because all you're asking is for trouble.
Right.
Okay. I just hit the Google.
Oh, okay.
So he was murdered from embezzling millions.
Okay.
But I don't think that's 650 though. Like, that was all his assets. So they didn't say how much he actually embezzled. But it was because he was embezzling money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got Richter.
Yes. That's the guy with the glasses.
Yeah, he's supposed to be working with Jack Ryan. It wasn't really. And he was working with another guy. I forget.
Cutter.
And so they're putting together a secret military team to go into Colombia.
Mm.
Now, I have to say, this team was legit.
It was legit.
Yeah.
Like the sniper?
Oh, yeah.
He was very legit.
Sniper was legit.
Dude that ate lunch from McDonald's and everything, and was like, how many feet from them?
He was like 10 feet away from them.
Yeah,
how do you
right
get that close without y'all? Like, come on. I don't know where he started out from, but like, how did he get that close to where y'all
for them to be so far off? Like, he would shoot the little target thing, and he'd be like, he's 2 feet to your left. That boy ain't nowhere near.
Bruh. That silencer had to be one heck of a silencer.
Right.
First of all, sniper rifles, not quiet.
No.
You can hear that crack like from miles away. So for him to be that close and for them to still not know, it was like, okay, it was somewhat unbelievable for me.
Oh,
but
sure.
It was like, okay, they're trying to prove a point that this guy's just really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I get that.
Yeah. Tangent, sorry. I thought about it while he was talking about the sniper.
Okay.
So technically, like, you would get shot before you hear it. Do movies get that right?
Why is that important?
I was just wondering.
Okay.
I said it was a tangent.
I don't think movies get that right because I don't.
Because they're not really
that's
shooting.
not. Huh?
Because they're you know what I mean? Like, they're not, because they're not really shooting the weapon, they're not going to get it right.
Okay, well, yeah,
that's
too.
true. Yeah,
that too. And plus, it's not really.
Right.
For one thing, I don't think it's of any interest to the audience. And
no,
for
it's
two,
not.
I don't think it's.
And it's like you said, it's for the audience. Like, so we need to see it and hear it at the same time.
No, I feel it. I just wondered. It just popped in my head. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, like that one movie. I think it's called American Sniper. Chris Kyle. That's a very informative and like pretty accurate movie.
Yeah.
Like
I haven't watched it.
It's not because it's based off a true story, right?
Yeah, based on a true story.
Yeah.
Based on a true story. And it's really interesting, like when you actually get into the thick of it, because how good he was. Mm-hmm. He was a really good sniper. But like just the details and stuff that they went into about what snipers do, how long they have to stay, like lay low and stay quiet and stay still in order to like have that kind of accuracy. It's interesting. So a lot of that I think just doesn't play out in a movie. Like,
yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they gotta make it entertaining, Hollywood and all that stuff. So
Right.
you know, I get that. But like for him to be that close, it's like, how do y'all? He shot that target like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
Well, he moved after each one, didn't he? After he shot.
Yes.
After each shot, he moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least they made it seem that way that he moved after each one.
Okay. If he did, and
Yeah.
okay, I guess that kind of changes things. I only saw him move once, but you know, I guess I kind of get that.
Yeah. So, him and the rest of the squad, pretty dope. They was headed into Colombia. They taken out like little drug labs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was pretty effective. If this was, you know, legal,
Right.
would have been pretty good. And I mean, I'm pretty sure you could have made it legal. Like, all you had to do is, like, I get, okay, Colombian government, whatever, but all you got to do is talk to them. Like, the police isn't going to take down a cartel, but, like, if they sanction you to be in there, then yeah.
Well, not even that. I don't think you need all that. It just have to be approved by Congress, and we'll just roll up there and do whatever we want, right?
That's true.
Isn't that what the lady was like? She's like, you're not using this money for like military operations, and Ryan was like, no, we're not, even though
they
did.
Yeah. That's true. So yeah, all you need is Congress approval, technically. So hey. And then I mean, they would have been effective. The only one that I thought was messed up was when they dropped that bomb on the house.
Oh yeah, they fired that missile.
Yeah.
I was like, you ain't gonna call that back. Like, it's like
Yeah.
not around
It's-
this time.
it's
I'm
a
like, that
done
technology
deal.
don't exist.
Yeah.
Like, you not going.
Well, that kind of missile, even nowadays, I mean, like, you're not calling it back.
No, I'm like, it's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy, with the glasses from the government, he was just like, boom. Like, of course, obviously, he don't care. Like, I know you can see all the things that's going on this camera. Like, you can see them kids, you can see them women and all that. But my problem with that scene, did y'all see that girl that was getting her hair done?
No.
That little girl.
Mhm.
Like, why is she acting like she's a 2-year-old baby? She's like, yeah, I can't Google. I'm like, she's clearly like 15 years old. Like, she should not be acting like this. But I'm like, I couldn't get over that part. Like, she's like, Google. I'm like, okay, but outside of that, it's like, yeah, women and children and stuff in this complex in this house. The soldiers were looking at it and they was trying to get some kind of confirmation, but by that time, missiles been fired.
Yeah.
Like you not gonna stop that.
We should have liked someone to have been like, oh no, maybe we've gone too far.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, the sniper, he did like hesitate. He's like, hey, yo, you know.
Well, I mean, they can't do anything, but Ritter and Cutter, like at some point, I'm like, please pull the plug on this. No. And they're just like, whatever.
That's not their character.
And then even afterwards, they're like, oh, collateral damage. Because there wasn't the president, like, you know, this looks bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you know, collateral damage.
Yeah, collateral damage, and we'll just blame it on someone else.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah, they were trying to make it look like a car bomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you got a missile and you got a car bomb.
Yeah.
A missile, as fast as it's going and the way that it's shaped, it's going to make some kind of penetration before it explodes. We not going to see that because, you know, the human eye. But like if a car bomb explodes, like even like dude said, the car is going to be
it should be like, everywhere. And
all over the place.
And the car was still in the crater.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you said, that's how they figured it out anyway, because they're just like, a car bomb wouldn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
But with all the president was hoping is that no one would look into it. But you already had Jack Ryan, like something's not right. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Cortez and them. They're just like, why would there be a car bomb here?
Right.
Like, one, no one's supposed to know that they're meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And the damage just doesn't show car bomb.
Yeah.
And then, man, Esposito, whatever, what's his name?
Escobedo.
He wasn't even there.
Exactly. Like, my thing is,
he just killed all these kids, and he wasn't even there.
That's on the soldiers, though. Like, y'all didn't confirm. Like, aren't you looking at each person that comes in, and they're like, "Oh, we thought everyone was in."
Intelligence.
Just y'all didn't know 2 people was missing.
And intel.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have all that information.
Yeah. Like, how you like? Oh, we thought everyone was there. Really?
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, you didn't confirm that.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't have, because he wasn't there. What am I doing? Oops. But yeah, you couldn't confirm that. Like so like he wasn't there. How does that get missed?
Yeah, that's not something
that's a key player there.
Yeah.
That you just let go.
Yeah.
So a couple of points I want to bring up about it. One is about a real life thing that happened, but it kind of goes back to what Cortez was telling.
Cutter.
No, Cortez.
Cortez was telling Escobedo.
Yeah, Escobedo. Whatever. We know who we're talking about. The cartel. This particular cartel's leader. At the beginning, he's like, you had to kill the wife and the 2 kids too, right? And he's like, oh well, I didn't want them growing up trying to get back at me later. Like, I'm like, I don't know.
That was I was like, them kids was not about to seek revenge.
That's pretty extreme.
Yeah, that was really extreme.
Like, I don't know, but American kids don't generally like start mobs and stuff that much. It doesn't happen that much, you know.
Yeah.
They'll be mad, but I don't think they're going to touch a cartel.
Right. It's like we're going to go after the Colombian cartel right now. And like you figure these kids don't know what their father really do.
Yeah. So they wouldn't even have known why.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have no idea.
So that was okay. So because it's messed up. Like, why are you killing his wife and kids? Yeah. And so it goes back to this bombing. It's like, okay, so just to get them, we're willing to kill like the kids and stuff. I don't care if their family members a cartel member.
Yeah.
You know, like they didn't make that choice.
No, but also it was just something that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
We didn't need to bomb them because I mean, you figure this is all done because of revenge, right? You killed my friend, so therefore I'm going to ruin your drug trade. There was no reason where you needed to blow up that mansion with those people's wife and kids in it.
Yeah.
It just seemed reckless to me. Like this is all very like broad and reckless.
Yeah.
And you still didn't even get.
Yeah, the one guy you needed to get.
Yeah.
So, speaking of, collateral damage is one reason why I forgot who it was, but it was a few years ago, and the U.S. did a missile on someone. I think it was someone in the Middle East, and the missile didn't blow up. It had swords on it.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
So, like, instead of blowing up so that, like, his family and the people around him didn't die, it just went and, like, cut him
to pieces.
And it worked. Which I was like, that's interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess at least we didn't kill kids at that point. You know.
Sure.
You know. But yeah. So, okay. I'm skipping a lot of the middle part because it's kind of uninteresting.
I think we're grabbing the meat of it.
Yeah.
Are we skipping the part like remember when he went there? They had all them white SUVs and they had that.
We do need to talk about the FBI.
So Jack Ryan goes. What was he going to Colombia for that time?
To verify that the guy was actually working with the cartel. Because he was telling the person, like, this is a theory and it has to be proven. So he went down there to verify. Then he sent the FBI guy down there because, remember, he was telling Ryan that that's the U.S. money. That's $650 million. And in Colombia is like, we're not just about to give you this money.
Yeah. So
that's why Dan Murray, I think his name was. That's why he went down there.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So while they're in their motorcade, like, it gets attacked. And shot up and blown up. Like, they were shooting rockets at them.
Yes. Yeah.
RPGs, I don't know.
Pretty close to.
Yeah, so they were blowing them up. There's some plot armor on some people. Because I'm like, how did he not get shot? Especially at the end of the movie. Jack Ryan, I was like, how did he not get shot?
There's no way.
There was.
He was very, like, at the end of the movie when he told the president, I don't dance, I'm like, clearly. Because a lot of your choreography and like your movements throughout the movie
is he
clearly dictate.
Am I the only one who thinks he's a horrible runner?
Horrible.
I was just like, why are you running like this?
Like his running skills, his escape skills, diving skills, whatever you want to call it.
We need to get Tom Cruise up in here.
Oh,
get
man.
the run
Tom
going.
Cruise can run, man. He know how to run, man. Like even when that bomb went off, when they little thing got, I'm like, Man, the way you were running was just like you.
It was so weird. Like he's never ran before.
What are you talking about when he was running from the van
to that bottom doorway? Like when his leg went down.
Yeah,
like this is you should have broken your leg like easily. This is horrible, man. You've never done this before, apparently.
Yeah,
you're an analyst.
I mean, he's an analyst. Yeah, so I mean, I guess it makes sense.
He was in the military, though. He can handle himself if he needs to.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know what to say.
You know, it's the 90s, so whenever you're fighting somebody, they're waiting for you to punch them.
Right.
Then they'll react.
Yeah.
They're like, is that a fist? It's like, but yeah, he was severely uncoordinated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got messed up there. Like everybody died.
Everyone but him.
Yeah.
Right,
Conveniently.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, so that was bad. So he goes back to the U.S. after that. And then that's where everything else starts going on. And then now we got to the point where the Army, the small task force, I guess that's what I should call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So they're out. They're still doing jobs. But now, since Cortez met up with Cutter to make a deal, Cortez wants to take over the cartel. And basically, I mean, from Cortez's point, this was actually a good idea. He's like, look, I need to get rid of the task force that you have, and I'll get the cartel. And what we'll do is we'll set up a quota for us to, you get arrest on some of our people and you collect some of the drugs or whatever. Mm-hmm. Which is messed up.
It watching that, I'm looking like, bruh.
Yeah. I mean, from Cortez's point, I'm like, good plan.
Right.
But Cutter, I'm like, come on, dude. So you're like, yeah, so we're still going to let drugs into the country, but I get to politically look like I'm stopping it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. While you let men die.
Yeah. And then again, this goes back to us not joining up with a cartel. Mm-hmm. So Cortez is like, well, we'll give you a quota of arrest. I'm pretty sure the people don't know that.
Of course not.
So you're just going to be in the cartel as a person, and then it's like, oh well,
right? Yeah,
that's you. Your time to be shot by the U.S.
Like you link up with the cartel. How can this go your way?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like if you link up with a criminal group, you at that point have to become criminal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's no like there ain't nothing noble about it. You can't keep your code of conduct, nothing like that. You linked up with a criminal organization, you now have to become criminal.
Yeah.
Or else it's gonna go all left.
Yeah. So because of that, Cutter is like, all right, and so they cut off the communication for the task force. So like they're getting surrounded first, and he gives away their location too.
Yeah.
So the cartel is coming up on them. They're trying to call for backup, for air support and stuff. It's not coming through. You got Willem Dafoe. He's trying to call out to them like, "Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? Everything all right?" And he can't get to them. And then like that whole squad just gets killed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is messed up.
Big time.
Which is messed up. These are supposed to be. And what's upsetting about that is because you have these two people, Richter and Cutter, all about themselves. Like y'all mentioned greed, right? And so you're willing to just not only kill innocent Colombians, which is messed up, but you're also willing to take the soldiers who's supposed to be doing their job, like, we're protecting America's interests, right? You told them that they're great. You put them together and you're just like, okay, yeah, well, I'll let these soldiers die too.
Yeah, to really just set them. It's like one thing to cut off the communication, but then to
you set them up,
to tell them exactly where they are and where they're going to be.
Yeah.
And then, even after all of that, when you decided I need to get rid of Ryan too, you were just like, oh yeah, it was his fault. Kill him for me. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, is there no line these dudes want to cross?
Yeah.
There ain't none.
So you're right. That was the next thing he did because Willem Dafoe's character is like, what did you do? What happened? Why is what's going on?
Yeah.
And then it was like, it was Jack Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
So and he was like, well, when I'm going to come back there and kill him. No, he's going to be there with you. Here's his plane. Like, oh my God, man. Oh, these people are dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, it's people like that that's a real problem. I think. Like, that's the real problem.
Agreed.
Yeah, you think right?
Yeah.
So, so now that's where we get to the third act. Jack Ryan does get there. Willem Dafoe is a smart person, so he's catching on that, you know, he was left in the lurch by Cutter.
Mm-hmm.
So Jack Ryan's like, I'm here to help you save the task force.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they do. So they go on and find him. And it was the good plan from Jack Ryan. He has the recording of Cortez talking to Cutter.
Mm-hmm.
So, because when he's like, oh, are you just going to go to Escobedo's, knock on his door? And then the next scene is him knocking on the door. I was like,
okay.
What's the plan here? But he did. He had a pretty good plan because he's like, yo, I got proof that your boy
is setting you up.
He's setting you up trying to take over the cartel. So now, you know, Escobedo will let him know where the Americans are being held captive so they can go in and save them. And he wants to take out Cortez.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone wins.
Yep. But Cortez kills Escobedo, unfortunately. And so then we have the third act, which I don't know.
it was lackluster. It could have been something better, but basically it's them rescuing the soldiers and they get out barely.
Yeah.
Now, when those twigs fell on top of
Cortez,
like, this is a minor inconvenience.
Yeah. Okay. So the first thing I thought, so the little logs fell on him, right? And I'm like, okay, that probably knocked him out.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up the gun and shoot it. I'm like, because he's definitely not dead. No one died from that.
No, them little logs weren't doing nothing.
So I'm like, I definitely would have 100% got that gun the clip and shot into.
Unloaded the clip.
I would agree. I'm not sure why he didn't pick up the gun.
Yeah, well, he starts running away, and then obviously he Cortez
run.
wakes up.
He got 2 left feet.
Picking through the hole.
And then, like, he's on the roof, and the guy in the tower is shooting at him and missing, but like Jack Ryan's back is to him. Right. Like he was ducked behind a wall, but the wall was not covering him.
It was not covering. Like when they had the angle, I'm like, oh, he dead.
I was like, how did he not get shot? I don't understand.
No way. You can see all his pure denim jeans. You can see his jacket and all that. Oh, yeah, he dead.
I get some of these guns can be, you know, not accurate, but I don't know. I feel like
some of them bullets would hit.
It was just one person on a roof. I felt like you should have got that.
Yeah.
You definitely should have. I'm like, there's no way this dude's running across his roof trying to catch this helicopter, and nobody hits him.
And no one hits. Like everyone's shooting out, no one hits him.
Yeah,
he does not get shot.
Ain't nobody control this recoil on their gun. It's just too much for me. I'm like, come on, man. Not a hole in any of his clothes.
Yeah. So 3 of the soldiers make it, and Willem Dafoe and Jack Ryan, obviously, and they come back. So the president is gonna be like, this is gonna come back on you and blah blah blah. You're not gonna go to Congress because, you know, you'll have to explain your part in it. But I was like, yo, he's got a lot of evidence. I don't think he needs to worry. Like, I don't know why y'all trying to.
Right. Well, the thing is, basically, I felt like the president was acting like Ryan will have the same motivations that he's like, you know, if you do this, you'll look bad too. Or, you know, the boss you like so much, Greer, will look bad too. And he's just like, bro, I don't care.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think that's where you guys, I'm like, they kept saying he's a Boy Scout. He's a Boy Scout.
Mm-hmm.
Then you already know that those little threats don't mean nothing to him.
You should know that.
Yeah.
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 He's going to put what is right. He's going to put it out there, you know? And then I'm like, I don't know how it's going to end up being thrown on him. You got the testimony of the 3 soldiers and Willem Dafoe's character.
They're not going to test. We got to, like, okay, so Willem Dafoe's character, he's like super secret.
Okay.
He's not showing up to testify in front of Congress.
Okay. Now
those other 2 guys, I don't know. But all
you need is one of them to let them know what happened in Colombia.
I think it was some of the soldiers, or at least one of them would have showed up. Like, hey, look,
we were abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Jack Ryan came here to get us out.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if he was a part of it, why would he go there to get them out? Like, it would actually be in his interest for them to die. You know,
right?
So you got that. He's got the tape recordings of. Well, you got the tape recordings of the soldiers calling for help. You got the tape recordings of Cortez talking to Cutter. I'm like, that's one clear making you guilty, Cutter. Like, it's on you. And then all the files and stuff that he found. The one printout he got. Okay. I know this is in the middle of the movie. We got to talk about the scene where he's like... He found the secret files on their little task force, right? Mm-hmm. And he's going through them. And, like, okay, so Richter gets, like, wind of it, and he's deleting stuff. And I'm like, bro, you don't have a printer? Why was he just looking through it? Even before Richter got wind that he was on it, why weren't you just printing these?
Yeah, just print it.
Also, that's not how the print screen button works.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, since when does print screen send it directly to the printer? Like, now I gotta paste it into Word and then print.
Maybe that's how it worked in '94. I don't know.
I think they didn't know what that button did and said it must print.
And maybe in '94 it kind of makes sense. Print screen, so you press it and it prints the screen. Yeah. Maybe that's how it worked. I mean, I was 4 at that point, so I had no idea.
Okay, I was completely thrown off. I was like, and it went to the printer? Like, you didn't get a dialogue box asking you what size you wanted your margins to be?
They didn't have those choices back in '94. Like, it's gonna be what it is.
Also, why would, like, it being out of paper and he's, like, rushing so he can press print?
I was thinking it doesn't matter.
I was like, once you put paper in there, it's just going to print the last thing.
That's how you know the print screen button doesn't do that. Because I was like, when you put paper, it's already at the printer.
Yeah.
You put paper in it, it prints.
Because he was acting like it was canceled.
No. No, it already saved it.
Yeah, like, you printed it. It's fine. Just put the paper in. You can be calm, man.
See, they made that whole thing up. No.
It's just like with receipt paper, man. Like, whenever they run out of receipt paper.
Right. You put the paper
just
in
put
it.
paper in. It's going to print.
It's going to print the last 15
the last one.
Yeah.
No need to panic.
All right, I will say about their coding, a lot better than most movies.
Okay.
Now, I didn't get a chance to, like, read the coding to see if it actually would do something. Mm-hmm. But when the programmer was like, I need to program something new, he was actually typing in code. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't the normal Hollywood stuff.
Just making stuff up.
Yeah, where it'd be graphics on the screen and they're like, yeah, we're doing this and this, like some kind of 3D maze on, I don't know. He was actually typing code. Like, I think it was a what if statement, which I'm like, oh, okay. All right. At least they did something there. It's, I don't know. I can't stand hacking scenes in movies anymore.
Okay.
Because, like...
lack of accuracy.
No, because they're like, oh no, he's hacking into the computer, and they're just like clacking on the keyboard, clacky. Like, that's not... I've got to type faster than he... What are you typing? What do you mean? That's not how hacking works.
Typing QWERTY. QWERTY.
I'm almost through the firewall. Oh no, they're much better than we
got
are.
Me before I got that TY in. But I got that, we would have won.
God, it's so dumb. But okay. But that was the end of the movie. So, I guess interesting movie facts, or you got any other thoughts?
I think that's pretty much the whole thing. I think I said before, this had the potential to be good. Mm-hmm. It was not, but the story is there.
Cool. The story's there.
The story is there. It could have been better. The beginning was a little slow. Honestly, maybe someone besides Harrison Ford should be Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
My thing, like, throughout the whole movie, his character was not, like, he was so monotone through the entire movie. There was no elevation and nothing.
Which is
like that.
interesting, because Harrison Ford, like, It's so much better in a lot of other movies. Like Fugitive, man.
Right.
You know?
He kind of plays his character as like sort of like this old man, but that's not who Jack Ryan would have to been in his like 30s, right?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah. So I didn't really get, I mean, probably because of the name or whatever. But just wonder if there was someone else they could have chosen for this role.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, I didn't have it, but since we're talking about it, this is a franchise. I'm not sure if you guys have seen any of the other movies.
I haven't. I knew it was a franchise though.
Yeah.
What were the other movies?
So the very first one was The Hunt for Red October. Everyone agrees that one is a really good one. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should have watched that. Oh, that was when Sean Connery and Alec Baldwin is playing Jack Ryan then.
Okay. Alec Baldwin probably Jack Ryan, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to do it anymore, but I think that would have been better if they would have stuck with him.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. So you have The Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, The Sum of All Fears. That is with
with Morgan Freeman. Yeah,
with Morgan Freeman and Ben Affleck.
I actually like that one.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, that one I actually like.
Okay. Maybe we'll add it to the list.
Oh yeah,
because they're all there now, so HBO must have just got them.
Probably.
And then there's with Chris Pine. I don't know the name. He has 2 movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what?
There's 2 Jack Ryan movies with Chris Pine.
Chris Pine as Jack Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah. In the Amazon series.
Yes.
That's the one with John Krasinski.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So there's quite a few. I wonder what people's overall consensus is of the series.
I don't know. I haven't really watched any of it. I think this is the first one I watched. I knew we had Hunt for Red October when we were growing up. I never watched it though.
I liked it. It's kind of like a political thriller. I liked it. Like I think if you like Crimson Tide, which you guys probably haven't seen, you would like the Hunt.
What was that again?
Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide with Denzel Washington.
Oh, Alabama.
That's Roll Tide.
No, that's Roll Tide.
Oh, okay. No,
but I think the name of the sub might have been Alabama something. I don't know. That's with Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman, I believe, and they're on a sub.
Did I watch that?
You might have.
I might have.
And that guy, I think he's in Lord of the Rings, Vigo something or another.
Oh, Red Skull?
No,
Agent
not that guy.
No.
Now I gotta Google Crimson Tide.
I mean, I was watching Batman vs Superman today. With Ben Affleck and them. I'm like, old girl from TVA was in there. Remember her?
Which one?
The black girl from TVA.
Oh,
she was.
Ravana?
Yeah, she was. One of the. Because it's hard to describe the movie when when the terrorist was over there and Lois Lane was over there trying to report on them. And then, dude took his camera and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
she was over there.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, she was not a big character, but pretty like key character in my opinion. I was like, oh man, some old girl from the TVA. But rewatching the movie, I have like a different kind of.
Did you watch the director's cut?
No, it wasn't the director's cut. I don't think it was. I kind of just clicked on one that said Batman vs Superman, so it may have been.
Yeah, because they said that one actually makes the movie better.
I did watch that. It does make the movie better. It's still not great.
Yeah, it's not great, but
it does make the movie better.
It had me like, okay, I'm kind of looking at it different now.
Yeah.
So,
did you find what you were looking for?
Right, Viggo Mortensen. He's from the Lord of the Rings, I believe. Yes, he is in the Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Viggo
you know who this guy is.
Oh, what?
Hold on, I gotta find his face again. Here you go.
Viggo Mortensen.
That guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Well, so you gotta move that big old computer around.
I think it's huge. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Viggo Mortensen. Man.
Okay.
How you name a baby that?
Okay.
He's from Denmark.
I'll say he's not American.
I know, but it's like, you look at a baby, you don't think, look at baby Viggo Mortensen.
It probably was a popular name.
Maybe it's just me, but okay. Go ahead with the point that you were coming with.
No. All right. Anyhow, random movie facts for Clear and Present Danger.
Okay, this is based off a book by Tom Clancy. I think
Yes.
we established
that.
Yeah. Just in case you guys didn't know.
Right.
That mansion that was destroyed when we talked about how the kids were on the house.
Mm-hmm.
A real house in Mexico that they definitely blew up. They bought the house from the guy who didn't want it because he got divorced and was sad or whatnot.
Oh.
And they blew it
That's
up.
sad.
So he was probably happy to see it blow up.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
If it wasn't obvious, Escobedo is based off of Pablo Escobar. So I think that's pretty obvious.
I kind of figured that.
Yeah. I think that's pretty obvious.
Esco anything.
I do not agree with that.
Just saying.
The director actually didn't like the last action scene of the movie.
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
With the helicopter when he was running across the roof.
Yeah, that whole thing inside of the coffee plant and all of that. Yeah, he thought it should have been bigger and more elaborate. And I'm like, you're right. Yeah.
You're right about that, bro.
Yep, absolutely right. For some reason, this movie was originally rated R.
Was it?
Yeah.
They said halfway once.
I did not catch that.
I don't even remember.
They didn't know what scene it was in.
Remember
what
when
scene
they
was
did
it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I remember hearing it, but I don't know.
I do remember hearing it because I noted it. I don't know. I mean, like I didn't write down.
You was counting.
That's one.
Because I knew it was rated PG-13. So when like. I usually noted if I'm watching PG-13.
Yeah,
because it said PG-13 and it was like, okay, strong violence, adult situations, adult language. I'm like, but PG-13?
There wasn't a lot of adult situations.
What was the big drugs?
Drugs? Why did they just put drugs?
Well, what adult situation was it? There was no.
I don't know. He killed the girl in the cabin.
Well, yeah, he did kill her. He did.
They were kissing.
He did grab her private.
Area,
like her chest area.
I was about to say he grabbed her chest.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he grabbed her chest area.
When you said private, I was thinking.
Yeah, I know. I was
like, what scene?
I was like, when did that happen?
That's my bad.
Were we watching the same movie? Were you watching something else?
Man, I'm like, he had the unedited version.
Right, clear and private danger.
But no, he grabbed her chest. I mean, I guess that's an adult situation.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
You don't want your kids under 13 watching groping.
Yeah, he was definitely groping.
I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't.
Okay.
I just really didn't think twice about that.
Would you be okay with
that? I didn't either. But I don't know. The board that decided was saying, you know, you've got to be 13 to watch groping. All right. Okay. What else you got?
Okay. So in the book, John Clark, that is William Dafoe's character. Yeah, he actually has a bigger role in the book. Like the first third of the book is really about him and the soldiers and stuff.
Oh, that should have happened.
That should have happened, and we don't get
actually. That seems like a more interesting movie.
Yeah, because I wanted to know more about him. I'm like, okay, well, why is he like what's his background?
So basically, the FBI, the CIA uses him to do all of the underhanded, illegal stuff they're not supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So you want a hitman, that's your guy. And basically, so John Clark is not even his real name.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, he doesn't have an identity or an existence, and he just does all of the dirty work for the government.
Okay, so now that kind of played out a little bit when the soldiers was going, and he told him to get rid of everything that could identify you.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I kind of got that vibe from that.
Yeah.
But like, I just thought that was like just regular protocol.
Well, maybe for super secret missions, I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know anything about how our military works.
I don't know how that works. But I would say for super secret.
Super secret?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're not supposed to be there, so you're not there.
Yeah. You know? And I think it was a little evident when Ritter was talking to Clark the first time when he was like, hey, I want you to go on this mission. And he's like, I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars to do it and blah, blah, blah. I think that kind of indicated like what kind of character John Clark was, but I agree. A little more background. I don't know if they did it in Patriots game or not.
I couldn't tell you. I haven't seen that movie.
I haven't seen it, so I have no idea.
Well, at the beginning, when you say that, it made him seem like an unsavory character. But by the end, he obviously had a moral sense.
Right. Yeah, I thought he was a bad guy. Like
they made it seem like
because
he was
of the fact that he was
man.
willing to fall. I'm like, yeah, he's probably a bad guy.
Yeah.
But just like as the movie went on, I'm like, okay, well, this is turning around a little bit for him.
Agreed. Yeah. So I mean, if they had kept that, we would have got more info on him, more to see more of what the soldiers were doing. Like we'll get like, oh look, they blew up a plane, and then cut away to people walking in the hallways. Yeah, we would have got that, and then don't get to Jack Ryan until he discovers the super secret mission that they're on. Better movie.
Agreed.
So interesting. We talked about how at the end of the movie, and basically he was telling Ryan, like, you're not going to say anything, because Ryan actually does not tell Congress about the covert war in the book.
In the book?
Okay. He does not.
Wow. Right. Okay. Why?
I don't know why. But basically what happens is the president basically loses it was an election year. So the president loses the election on purpose so that all the information that happened doesn't get out. Cutter commits suicide, and Ritter, what happened to Ritter? I don't know. I didn't write it down.
Oh. So you just didn't write it down.
I didn't write it down.
Stays secret.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about it.
Everyone who knows about it is gone. Yeah. Oh, Moira, we did not talk about her. Cortez, lady friend, the secretary, who was basically killed? Yeah,
it's messed up.
Yeah, we didn't talk about her, but he basically was using her to get information.
Yeah.
He does not kill her in the book, but she does try to commit suicide when she finds out he was using her. It doesn't work, but she tries. And then also Cortez, what? You were going to say something?
No, I was going to say, how you fail at
someone found her in time.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's not like she missed. She took pills.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Yeah. Got to get the dosage right on that. Okay.
Yeah. And then in the book, Escobedo and Cortez survives, although they end up dying like off screen or off paper.
Oh, so we can just kill him in the movie then?
Yeah, because basically they sent Cortez back to Cuba, and Cuba was like, "Oh, this is how you do things." So he's done so.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was my random movie facts.
Okay. Do you have nitpicks?
I have a few, and not really a nitpick for the movie, more just people. I was wondering, so Cortez sends Cutter a fax. Is this to his personal fax machine? Did he get the number from his secretary? And how you know no one else is gonna read his fax? Because basically he's like, you and I both know you're doing something illegal. We should meet. And then why is Cutter like, yeah, okay, sure.
True.
Okay.
They made it seem like he didn't have a choice in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a little weird, but maybe fax machine usage is a little weird. So,
like, man,
I don't know.
Isn't there
once
like
that fax comes through in about 30 minutes,
on it, right?
Well, that brings me to my next nitpick. Ritter and Cutter, y'all sending emails or whatever we're gonna call it in 1994 about your super secret illegal war on government computers, and you have all of these documents.
That's all traceable.
It's so traceable.
I didn't get that either, but I'm like, maybe everybody that could possibly see it is in on it. I don't know.
He has a subject line basically saying,
"Yeah, it was like illegal
things we're doing."
Yeah, from Cutter.
And then the list of emails that you sent it to was like all the people we sending it to because they're in on it. Like, okay.
This is my folder of illegal ideas.
This is our coffee group. Like, bro, come on now.
Yeah, and then my last one is not really a nitpick. I was just wondering at what point does Ritter and Cutter tell themselves, maybe we're doing the most right now. This is too much. We should stop. I was just wondering,
they didn't strike me as those kind of characters.
Just after you killed the children,
he just did not care.
After they basically was like, "Hey, we want you to kill Ryan while you're at it."
After you killed you killed the soldiers. I mean, maybe before you killed the soldiers.
Maybe when the guy.
Maybe before you killed the children.
Yeah, maybe.
You would think.
Or when a drug dealer sends you a fax and says we should meet, and maybe you're like, maybe you're in too deep.
Like, you know what? Maybe we're going the wrong direction here.
Yeah.
But no. Just continues on. I'm like, oh yeah, let's link up. Your favorite restaurant or mine? Like, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. But
yeah. So
their character just wasn't.
Yeah.
Was not there. Like, you could tell. Like, even when dude said boom right before the missile hit, like, clearly he doesn't care. Like, they was trying to say, like, hey, sir, something's wrong here. You got women and children, blah, blah, blah. He was like, boom.
Yeah.
He don't care.
Yeah. Very interesting. But I guess maybe that's why they all work together. The president, him, and Cutter. Mm-hmm. So why y'all get along? You're all exactly alike.
Yeah, you're all a-holes.
Yeah, basically.
But that's what it is. If you're trying to cover your own behind, there's really no there's nobody else is important, basically.
Yeah, and then I mean the president, even in the beginning, I'm like, all of this started because your friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would you have done this for anything else?
Nope.
If it was just regular American citizens on that yacht, you'd have just been like, "Oh well, we can't do anything."
They wouldn't even have looked into it, like to do the whole analyst part. And I feel like, I'm not saying starting this was wrong. I feel like it should have been whoever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, okay, we need to look into.
But it would have never. Well, that war would never got approved.
Well, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a mess. But that was a clear and present danger.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just clear and present danger.
I know. I put the in front of it again.
Yeah. So at first it was the. Now it's
Yeah.
Which one you want, man?
Okay.
The clear and present danger.
They said it in the movie.
He did.
Yeah.
He said the thing.
It must be important then.
It's like, this cartel is a clear and present danger. No,
he said it.
He said it. All right. So, if you've seen the movie, what did you think about it? Are you a Jack Ryan fan? What? Oh, we didn't rate it.
Oh, we didn't rate it.
We didn't rate it. Watch my floating clothes.
Yep.
Yeah. I literally almost did. Like, I left the movie playing while I went downstairs to get my laundry out.
I was floating clothes.
And came back up. So
I'm always floating clothes when I watch the movies, though. So
you're always. I was not.
No.
What were you doing?
I had just got home. So I was trying to squeeze it in before I left again.
Okay, so basically, your version of folding clothes.
My version of folding clothes.
I mean, I dig it. Like, it wasn't a terrible movie. It just wasn't
boring.
It could have been better. It had potential. Like, I really think if this was made in 2010.
Maybe.
Yeah, definitely. If it made in 2010, I think it would have potential.
Yeah.
Because just the action scenes and the fighting and just the that 90s vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
90s was good for music, not for movies.
Yeah.
That's not true. There are a lot of good 90s movies.
There's a good 90s movies, but that 90s acting, man. It's just really, really knew I was watching a movie.
The computers didn't give it away.
Just saying.
Oh, I love movies with old technology.
Oh my lord!
Computers.
Not the black screen with green text.
That's that IBM. Remember we got them Apple computers like in elementary school?
Did we? Oh yeah, no, we.
I think that was IBM.
IBM, yeah.
IBM,
yeah. We thought we was hot stuff there. Oh, we got the top notch, man.
It was fun.
It was special.
Mm-hmm.
You get to use a computer every once in a while. Now my son has a computer that he carries home every day.
I think that's because you live in the suburbs.
My kids got Chromebooks too. Yeah,
see.
What are they? They're in the suburbs too. Oh,
see,
never mind.
I highly doubt
that.
if our school district that we went to, but like, you all get computers.
No, they probably
we didn't even all get calculators. Y'all remember in my elementary school, it was like the day we got the calculators, it came out of a box, and when we got done with it, we went right back into the box.
The solar calculators.
Yeah, it was like, oh, calculator day. All right, put that back.
We need to share this between 5 schools. And you know what's funny? My son was complaining because the kindergartners got touchscreen Chromebooks. He was like, you know, the kindergartners got touchscreen Chromebooks.
Oh, the privilege.
Oh, man, but that was like, you know, how we didn't have a playground in our elementary school until I was in 5th grade. And I'm like,
bruh,
now you build a playground?
I went to 4 different elementary schools, and none of them had playgrounds.
Wow, really? All of mine had playgrounds.
Mine didn't.
Let's say.
Trash.
Lake Stevenson had one. Grace Mile had one.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
That did come along later, but it was nice though. It was cool. Before then, we just played in the parking lot.
Recess was us playing in the parking lot.
Yep.
Down by the sidewalk and the rail, like this ain't safe for us.
School not even fenced in, nothing. It's just
not anybody could come up here and do what they want to do.
From the street was a guardrail.
All right, first thank you guys for listening to the podcast. We're on about playgrounds and the schools and stuff.
Yeah, this is personal stuff.
You're getting part of the aftercast here.
Yeah, this is it. Rivals After Dark. Stay tuned.
So yes, if you've seen Clear and Present Danger, let us know what you thought about it. Are you a Jack Ryden fan? Is this good? I don't know. Or is it boring like we thought?
Does it get better? The other movie, should we give another one a try?
Yeah, should we? Let us know.
Give another one a try. So let us know. Of course, thanks for listening, and we will catch. Wow, this is a horrible.
But you know what we're getting at.
Yeah.
If you've seen our other videos, you know what we're trying to say.
Yeah. We'll catch you in the next one.